Welcome back to Pay for Play number 3 of today. So for those of you who are just joining, Pay for Play is what you can see right here. If you donate the $5 either through PayPal or the Super Chat, which happens in a live stream or in a premiere like this as well, you can suggest the next song that I will do. We've been having a lot of these as of the holidays, and we're trying to get through these one by one. We still have a lot to go, but this is going to be interesting because I have heard one song by this band, and it was actually suggested to me by a friend that lives in Denver, Colorado, and we are going to be listening to Polyphia, I think is how you say it. And the song that I've heard by them is called Yaz, featuring some dude. I don't know if that's the drummer or somebody else, but when I listen to that song's on a running kind of playlist at the gym, because I think the thing I like about it is it's obviously kind of mixing like some funkiness to like some percussive guitar, using a lot of syncopation, using a lot of just cool little runs that are not typical. And I think this is probably why Polyphia has become pretty popular, I think, recently. And I don't know that for sure. I just get the feel about that. And I would say the guitar player, I have definitely seen a couple of like his guitar kind of licks, and they're really well done. It's not just like him playing guitar. It's like these, I don't know, shots or whatever, these 3-minute shots of him playing guitar, and it seems pretty professional the way it's recorded. So the thing that's interesting about Polyphia, and I don't know anything other than that one song I told you, which I love, is I think they're gonna fall in, I'm just guessing here, because I've also listened to a couple of those guitar parts that he's done. I feel like I get the sense that they're gonna fall into the one style wonder. And it's like, it's something new, it's something different, which is great. But that something new and something different just gets repeated over and over and over again in the same song and in other songs as well. Because it's a specific sort of playing and orchestrating the song that the couple of things that I've heard him playing guitar, I'm like, that sounds very similar, almost identical. It's got different rhythms and different things that it's going through, so it doesn't sound exactly the same. But it's definitely the same kind of song that's done over a lot. It seems like. Now that's coming from an outside perspective, and that's kind of, I had the same fear about Caligula's Horse. And Caligula's Horse, though kind of fit into, yes, they kind of sound similar throughout many of their songs. They're definitely in their genre, their Caligula's Horse thing. I love it. They're tied for my favorite band with Haken. So I wonder if Polyphia is going to be the same way, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to like it, and it's not going to be badass as well, because Caligula's Horse can give you that same sense. So here we go. This is called G.O.A.T. I don't know if it stands for like the greatest of all time or if it means something else, which would probably be funny, because the kid that does the guitar that I think is the main guy of Polyphia seems like he would almost be one of those like Devin Townsend quirky kind of guys if you get to know him. So this could probably stand for something like get out ass tick. I don't know. It means something that would be funny and not greatest of all time. So let's get to it. Oh, it's the official video. I wonder if it's going to get blocked. Shoot, I might have to redo this and make sure it doesn't get blocked. It's a short song. 3 minutes and 35 seconds, so. See, this is how his other guitar stuff was done. Yep. He likes that do-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Beautiful. Ooh. I like the beats this drummer lays down. Nice, I like that extra beat there. Nice stash there, dude. Bass player stash. I like that. Where are they gonna go with this? Nice harmonics. Nice. The drums right there were sick. Nice. Really, really well done. Very mathematical. Bam. Good job. Ooh. Nice way to stop. Very well done video as well. Yeah, it's very similar to Yaz, and I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in interesting enough, as cool as the harmonics and syncopation, and the devil is in the details, because there's a lot that's going by with every instrument that I think it's very easy for people to miss a lot of that like sweeping stuff that they do, because it just whizzes by so quick and there's so much of it that you really got to listen to it several times, which is one of the things that I think is quintessential about progressive music. Is it's foundational, is that you've got to listen to it a couple of times in order to digest it, which if you went back and listened to this at least 5 times, you would pick up new things every time. Be like, oh, I missed that the first time and the third time and the fourth time. Oh, but I just heard it this time. So the devil's in the details with this band for sure. To me, of course, now I'm sure that this is like unfair because it's me coming from me, but this is my reaction channel. But I'm a drummer mostly at the moment, and I fool around with guitar, and of course you've now seen me fool around with bass. And I would say that I'm more impressed by the drummer than anybody in the band. Like, I think the guitar stuff is freaking amazing and cool, but the drumming is very mathematical, well done, fits perfectly. And it's like, if you know the song and you know like the syncopations and you know, there's so many like different variations of what you could do to pronunciate those different subdivisions. And I think this drummer, the thing that's so good about him is he subdivides and picks different ways to pronunciate that I was like, oh, I wouldn't have done it exactly like that, but that fits really, really well with what he just did. Guitar and the bass meaning. So I'm mostly impressed with the drummer because I got to hear how, even in those midst of those things, how I would kind of break something down in that sense, knowing what the beat was going to be. Because this isn't very, like, what's what I'm looking for? Like, off the cuff kind of stuff. You have to know the organization and the way that this is actually going to be done for you to come up with these kind of cool beats. And the creativity comes in out of all these transitions and out of all these things you could pick. Are you going to pick the one that seems to kind of connect most with what's being played by the other musicians of the band? And I think he picks things that are just like, oh, that was pretty sick, and it was perfectly well placed, if that makes sense. So definitely like it. I do think that they're going to fall into this kind of I would say if this went on, like this is kind of similar to what I said in the Riverside reactions. This is like something that should not go on for 20 minutes. If this was a 20-minute song, I would have been bored pretty quickly because it's just, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much of that you can do before it feels repetitious, even though the parts aren't necessarily repetitious. You feel me? So in the comments below, I would like to hear what you guys think. I know these guys kind of are starting to get a cult following. I can feel the cult following starting to happen with these guys. But I'd be interested in the comments below what you guys think of them. Do you disagree with my take on it? Do you agree with my take on it? That's what I'd like to know. So as always, like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next Pay for Plays. Peace.